Alright, man. Yeah.
It's beginner.
Season
16.
Season 16, episode 12.
Yeah.
Last one for the year.
Yeah, last one, man.
Last one for the year for the pod.
Yeah.
Last one for me.
Hey.
Adios, my nigga.
Thank you. It was nice.
Peace, nigga. Yeah, I know. It's been a great run. Alright, man. Didn't sound fair. You guys are good?
We're good.
Yes. Yeah, second week of December. First week of December, man.
First week.
First weekend, didn't it?
Yeah. We just touched the second week.
We just touched
It's the first day of the second week.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, get 8. Yeah, get 8. How are you guys in Bali? Didn't sound?
Are we going to make it to the end of December?
Yeah, we have to.
And when I was Panama.
Yeah.
Hey, but and bonus maker.
You know feeling like you'll make it?
Make it to where?
To the end of December.
At the rate that she's going.
You'll make it.
I go so kadila it.
Hey, that's why I keep on no, it won't show.
Yeah.
No, it's just how you are feeling. Once you are fresh again,
Oh, God.
you'll be back within in no time.
So again, man. And
Don't make how you feel today a projection and a reflection of how your December is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no rest for the wicked. And no rest for the wicked. Usual. Otherwise, the grand.
Remote on fit to an not.
Yeah, no, easy. Just keep on passing. Chaga.
Hey, my G.
Keep on passing. Boy.
Podcast ain't dumb lah.
Well done.
Next time I'm going to answer the result.
Exactly.
Give these boys a mic.
I was so nervous about these results because we'll try to flow panseking walara. The one paper was open book. But man,
Hey, how sharp open book.
it was a monster. But then now what happens is Hanseking Olara, there's this invigilator app that you have to download on your phone.
Okay.
So this invigilator app in a time. So you start it and then you will take some selfies of yourself, maybe pictures of videos of the room. And then you start writing. But then now the online paper also has a timer. But then Nike Shebile timer, the invigilator app. It was a 4-hour paper. I used all of that 4 hours and did not have time to reference.
Yes.
That's what a monster that paper was.
Damn.
Entrepreneurial law. Hey, then I submit. Then the paper submitted 16 minutes late. After the cut off.
Because
Invigilator.
not of when you started the exam
Not when I
session.
started.
Yeah, exam.
Hey,
Fuck.
fun.
Do you know why it's over, man? He'll accept. Even
No,
though it's
I've submitted, but it has that red mark. It's 16 minutes late. So I'm just praying that the nigga marks it.
Yeah.
And doesn't throw it away.
Throw it away. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm writing philosophy. Now, philosophy, but Yeah. So I have the ideas, but I don't always have the English.
Yeah.
So what I do is I take the ideas and I put them into the AI tool.
Yeah.
And I say, take these ideas, don't insert your own, just restructure my thoughts, what I've written here.
Yeah, in good English.
Yeah. In my voice.
Yeah.
I tell it in my voice.
It's your calm.
So I say, write it in my voice.
Yeah.
Don't make it academic.
Academic, yeah, what?
Write it in the way I've been speaking to you.
Yeah. I
ngole shapo. Then it was 2 essay questions. Did you submit
Do you ever run them through that AI tracking thing? Like, what's about
turn it in?
Yeah.
No, I never.
You never do that. Because
never.
it writes your voice enough for it when the invigilator.
I don't know whether they pick it up on their side or not.
Yeah.
But even if they were,
They do pick it up.
if they were like, because it got So, because if they pick it up, there's obviously ideas there that are not your own.
Yeah.
I get that the AI used to answer you.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it doesn't know anything.
Yes.
It has to pull from sources as well. And
Yeah,
then put this information in a
Together.
But in your
format
voice.
and then give it to you.
Yes,
Robert.
yes.
So now I'm assuming that's how it works when the lecturers see it already. They can tell that you used maybe an AI to write this thing.
Yeah.
And also the ideas are not yours.
Yeah, they can tell.
You
I
see?
can banally that app.
There's a detector, yeah.
So
Yeah,
what I'm
detector.
assuming happens
Yeah.
is they can see that AI wrote this, but the ideas are original.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming.
Which would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
progressive,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's how that's what I'm assuming I've been able to get away with it for so
For
long.
so long. Oh.
Because I've never been flagged for it.
Okay. Yeah, meaning ha ba kenya ho direct about maybe hainati or the percent.
Yes.
Ha re 100%.
So now, ha ke qeta ho submit that, about a week or two later, the lecturer sends a class-wide email.
Email.
So
Yeah.
guys, we've noticed an increasing use of
AI.
AI.
Nako.
Hala pelo ya
Hey,
ntshitse.
what pa? Because they have those detection tools now.
Yeah.
Bruh, I've been stressed all man.
Yeah.
Mara ntse ke shweleletsa ke buine. Do you know that philosophy paper, it's African philosophy, that's the course I have the highest mark in.
Okay.
Yeah, as well. As well.
So you got a distinction for that one. Ne?
Yeah,
You got three.
I got 3 distinctions.
And that's the highest
But that philosophy
Yeah, it's the
paper
highest mark.
is the highest.
out of those 3 ones. Actually.
Yeah, I
Out of
know.
the 3.
Nah, that's dope.
Well done.
Nah, that's dope. That's
And
dope,
I was
man.
pouring the heck out of that
Yeah,
paper.
yeah. You
That's
for the
dope.
flow, watch out.
Yeah, because it was 2 questions. The first question, I can't remember what the first question was, but where I really killed it. The first question was the topic was sort of related to an assignment I'd written earlier.
Okay.
So I just used that information.
That information.
Copy pasted a few. It's still my shit, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
reuse it. You ask me the question again in the exam, I don't have to go and make up the shit again.
Exactly.
The other one was a debate, individualism and community.
Okay.
We have those discussions.
Ah,
all the
no,
time.
yeah,
all the
there you're
time.
pouring.
Fana,
Yeah,
There
Dagger
you're pouring.
poured it
But I
out.
was
It's
just
a four. Yeah.
Dagger poured it out.
I was just chopping it. I put it into my sleeve.
Yeah, in fact, that's an interesting point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, with academia, there was a pod I was listening to, but the pod I think it just talks about like the whole shit that came on this actor guy, Howard. What's his name?
With
Terrence Howard.
Oh, Terrence
Howard.
Yeah, like all his ideas about the universe and whatnot,
Yeah.
and then the scientific world shunning him.
Yes.
And so this guy was talking about how academia is a gatekeeper on a lot of new thoughts.
Yeah.
So even like now, when you look at AI, it's almost as if there's a way of doing things more efficient, but academia, because the people that adjudicate over it, and they're not gonna let anybody get away without a khozo.
Yeah,
But I don't view it that way. I view it as it is gatekeeping, and I think that it is necessary that it should be.
Okay.
Because that's why sometimes when you come up with like certain new scientific thoughts or theories, your paper has to be peer reviewed.
Yeah.
We have to,
Yeah.
because now you can't just go write a paper and then it gets acknowledged.
Yeah.
And then it's wrong.
It needs to be tested.
It needs to
And,
be tested.
and by your peers.
Your peers have to test it and say, "Mfana, it's like a he or one, or okay.
Okay, we concede here.
Yeah, we see it. So I think academia has to go through that
Yeah.
so that you don't disseminate false
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
It's almost like so actually the guy was talking about how the whole theory of how the debunking of the world being round came about. But it was a huge debate in the academia world.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of us with professorships based on the fact that the world is it right, flat or round? What is it?
Round. I guess
It's
like
round.
it's round. Yeah.
Maka-
For the longest time,
Okay.
people thought it was flat.
Yes.
And they're still debating it.
Yeah,
The scientists
still-
aren't, but people are still
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
Whenever to
But there's a fair amount of
Consensus.
new evidence that
Yeah.
really does confirm.
Yeah,
Like for
it's
example,
fine.
I think the guy was talking about with the whole Elon Musk being in the government and with space exploration. So he's like, no, but there's been life on Mars. You know, there's been life on Mars. There's been civilization there. It's just that now there's this whole rush. There's a competition between Russia, China, who gets to discover life first there.
First,
And he's like,
yeah.
nah, but there was. It's like the whole thing with the pyramids as well.
Sure.
Who really built the pyramids?
Who really
You know, like
built
then
that.
other people say no, it was aliens, or whether, or what they say is that as a human race, we don't want to fathom that there was intelligence,
Up over and above us.
yes, over and above us. So we always want to believe that we were. So so it's interesting.
Because we've seen no proof of it.
Yeah. I'll say it.
Yeah, we are still very much a world of proof.
Yeah.
But the pyramids, man,
a marvel. And there's some aspects.
I don't know how people built that.
Yeah. There's still some aspects where Habakono to 100%.
Hey, but it was not people, Babang. So,
Yeah. To let us know how them niggas moved so
Such
those-
a big
yeah.
boulders, bro.
break with precision.
Yeah. And then place them up.
Yeah,
Fine,
the
come on,
precision.
bro. And
that
then,
one, eh.
yeah, because I once saw a documentary on Discovery
Oh, but span.
where kind of engineers like or the construction engineer. So they were imagining themselves building pyramids with modern equipment
what it will take.
and what that looks like,
Right,
right?
yeah.
And then comparing with the technology that would have existed back then. Hey man, sometimes Baba dumpster. Okay.
How?
Yeah, we don't know how these
Yeah.
niggas did this shit, but without this equipment.
Yeah.
Well,
But where I agree with Mudise, Kihore, in as much as sometimes we want to believe in mysteries and mythology, the world is still better off asking proof.
yeah, yes.
We would rather err on that side.
Yeah.
Because a free for all,
Ah,
I think it's too dangerous and extreme.
yeah.
Wabo?
Yeah.
Because then we believe in miracles.
You can't just write an academic
Yeah,
paper and then...
Because miracles do exist, but I don't think the world will be a better place if we gave every miracle a benefit of the doubt without a stress test of evidence.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, you know, it's like cases like rape. You know, like that whole thing, believe her first. The challenge is that I also can fathom the frustration of somebody where this thing is true. I just can't prove it.
I don't have the proof, right?
Because there are people where things have happened to you, ne? Like miracles, like how much like nah, nigga, you lying.
Yeah, niggas won't believe that.
Because
shit.
unfortunately the world
Yeah.
is built around
proof, bro.
production of evidence.
Yeah, and proof based.
And it's unfortunate when
Well, religion would argue otherwise.
yeah.
Before we start partying, because I wanted how we started the pod. But,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just wanted to let's get the
Aradi
plugs out the
Papa
way.
say, oh, yeah,
let's
yeah.
just get the
We-
plugs
we
out
went
the way.
in.
You know what I'm saying? We're still recording at
Levan.
Is it Lavan?
Levan.
Yeah, Lavan out here in Rosebank, man.
It's a wine bar.
Wine bar in Rosebank, Wababona Watsuri Piano.
Yeah.
Their house brand.
In-house.
Yeah, in-house brand, man. Lovely spot in Rosebank.
Actually, last week when we were recording, they had a vinyl sessions.
They had a-
Apparently,
yes.
they're going to have these vinyl sessions for
Every
the balance
Sunday.
of
Yeah.
December. Ne?
Yes, every Sunday.
And then I think they serve a buffet.
A buffet, Sunday buffet as well.
Is it buffet or buffet?
Buffet.
Yeah? It's a
Buffet.
buffet.
Yeah, Buffett.
And I've heard different pronunciations. Some
Yes.
people say buffet.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
buffet.
Negative buffet.
It's a
Negative
buffet.
buffet.
It's a buffet.
I say buffet.
I say buffet.
I say
I say buffet.
Yeah, but we ain't French, bro. We don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Yeah. So please, man, when you have the time on a Sunday, we'll talk nice. They play amazing music. Yeah.
Yeah. Tabongs, is the buffet every Sunday going forward? Okay,
So it's every weekend.
Yeah, so every weekend they have a buffet.
they have a buffet. Yeah.
They've got a nice selection of wine. On Sundays in particular, they've got a nice vinyl sessions.
Vinyl
We
sessions.
managed to witness it last week.
They had
A bit
Zandy
of
on the
it.
decks.
Yeah. So it's
Zandy
a very
was
nice
doing
spot.
his thing. Yeah,
What a
man.
vibe.
Yeah,
What a
it's-
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, please come and check it out. The nice spot, Wabona. You know?
see
Yeah,
the
it's
behind the
classy,
legends,
bro.
yeah.
Classy. So shout outs to Levon. Shout
Hotman I pata he now y'all blown their cover.
Eish, bitch.
Hey man. Ngari guy gatekeeper, but come on.
Sometimes I understand gatekeeping.
Yeah, I understand gatekeeping, but
I
we
would
gotta
definitely gatekeep this place.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Yeah, I think we can get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe let me pose this question because it was a discussion and it segues well with what we were talking about. There's this woman who posted a picture una qeta and a PhD.
Okay.
Yeah. So the PhD apparently she studied smells.
Smells. Yes, I saw it. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Smells.
Smells, scents, and
Okay.
smells.
Yeah, and how certain smells connecting speaks to how then people will discriminate you.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay, yes,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
something like
She found
profiling.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And correlations between discriminations and smells and
And then people were like, "How does this benefit the world?"
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So there were other people that was in the PhD in different
it-
fields.
that-
We
as
just
a
giving out
PhD light.
Yeah, we're just giving out PhDs. Out here. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Nah.
So there were some academics hating. Okay, institutions now are just handing out PhDs.
Fuck that. Actually, I just think. So in any endeavor, I feel like there's a duality. Ne? So there is respect that you just need to get for staying the cause,
Yeah.
even if the cause in and of itself may not necessarily have the impact on the
Yeah.
on the.
It's inconsequential.
It's inconsequential.
Yeah.
But you put in the hard yards.
Yeah, you put in the
So
work.
let me
right?
make an example. Ka lebollo, for example. You may decide now, having grown up in Joburg, ne, that I'm gonna go. But because you are there and you've enrolled, that finishing that course in and of itself warrants respect.
warrants respect
But you may not necessarily be fluent in other peripheral
of the
activities
thing, how to adapt.
that are related with coming back from there.
Yeah.
And of course, if I put you and Ntwanetswang in the village, what will happen between the two of you is that he might be the best representation of
that
of
thing.
it.
Yeah.
You may not be it, but you still deserve respect for having gone through it.
for staying the course. So when we will say in Laure, just because you did it,
Yeah,
you
you've
deserve-
earned it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Whether it benefits society or not
or not.
is debatable.
Yeah. How do you feel about
But
that?
you've earned it.
Do you-
I
do you-
think there are thousands of PhD because when you're doing a PhD, you have to do a thesis. I get.
That's
have to
right.
do a thesis.
Yeah, there are thousands of them,
like
and not
research.
not all of them have been like
beneficial or consequential.
not necessarily beneficial, but like it hasn't been. I mean, you can do a paper about anything.
Anything,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You can do a bit. You can posit any idea
Hypothesis,
in a
yeah.
PhD, but it doesn't mean that it'll pass the peer review.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
that's not why you're writing it.
Yes.
You are writing it for the academic program.
Yes.
Not
And
not to
yes.
say I want this thing to be now.
Applied in industry.
applied,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah.
I don't see why people would have trashed that.
Yeah, they did. They were, and I guess. The thing is not the way Nikki Shabaka think. Hooray! Like there's so many fields of study, man. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
I mean, like-
and knowledge. I don't think when I learn knowledge that is not in some sense, even if it's non-consequential right now. But I don't think any knowledge is useless.
This is
Yeah.
like even at the undergrad level when people undermine people that do BAs.
Yeah, for humanities.
Yes, as if I don't know. But you also went to class like everyone else, bruh.
Yeah.
You also had to stay there.
Exactly.
The duration of your degree, same as the person that did a BSc.
Yeah, it might not be currently the frontier of science
Yes.
or education, but
Yeah.
I don't think
we overemphasize
knowledge- I-
STEMs a lot.
Yeah, I don't think knowledge is useless, bro.
And you know what I realized in recent years, because I used to be one of those people that looked down on the BA students.
You look like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing?
There used to be a joke in varsity where there'd be three. There'd be a BA,
yeah,
there'd be a BSc, and there'd be a
BCom.
BCom.
BCom,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember the exact wording of the joke,
joke,
but
yeah.
the BSc would so they
in
mulling
the
over
bar, yeah.
they're mulling over a concept or idea.
Okay.
They try to unpack something.
Yeah.
And the BSc guys contribute something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Then the
Then the
BCom guy
BCom will
contributes
contribute.
something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it
Yeah,
was.
and then
the BA person comes and asks them if they want a bag of chips.
Oh my
C'est
god,
legit.
bro! Okay, that's about you. Come on, bro. Yeah, no, that's
That's
no.
all. That's
Yeah,
all they
some
contributed.
bullshit.
But a lot of knowledge that I have acquired, especially insofar as African tradition is concerned,
BA.
I read a lot of theses
Yeah.
and I get a PhD thesis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so for example, I read a thesis on the talk. that was written by a
Yeah,
PhD.
you shared it
in the
yeah.
group.
That was a thesis from a PhD student.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
So if you want if you want to learn about a certain subject that hasn't necessarily been covered
It's niche.
in like maybe textbooks or
Go to
whatever,
scholarly journals.
it's not published.
Yeah.
Not published.
You will find it from the PhD students.
No, you are right.
Because they went and did the research.
Yeah.
Did the work. right?
Anthropology, humanities,
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yeah. In fact,
You know, like that the paper that I shared about Inilia B. Ramos, I think. You read it, Mbali, ne?
Yeah, hang on.
Or a little bit.
Which one was this one?
It was the one about the philosophicality of African philosophy.
Yes. I
What?
did read that one.
God damn, bro. God damn.
Philosophicality
how philosophical is African philosophy?
Is African philosophy.
African philosophy. That's a subject.
Yeah.
God damn. And if you were just a stems nigga, you look at that and how does that benefit the world? But it benefits us, nigga.
Because
It benefits us.
because sometimes you have your PhD in science, but you still don't know where you come from,
Yeah.
whatnot. But the person
But
that
there's
did,
somebody studying it who
Yes.
dedicated his work to
So
that.
I'd even go as far as saying that I could be proven wrong, but I don't think I'm entirely wrong in saying that the sciences are as a result of philosophizing. Like if you don't understand how human societies structure,
And think
how human societies organize themselves.
Oh yeah.
So let me give an example. You know how we went from hunter gatherers
yeah.
to farmers to
Industrial age.
Industrialization.
bureaucratic
Yeah.
societies.
Yeah.
The only reason you would not have found the sciences when we were still nomads or hunters and gatherers is because nobody had time to go and
And
Sit and
sit around and
analyze
do
and
science.
research.
because your immediate concern was
Hunting and
Survival,
gathering and
eating.
survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like your immediate concern was what are we eating,
Eating.
today?
No.
That's your preoccupation, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have time to think about the universe, bro.
Yeah, you don't have time to think about that. Then the major shift came when we discovered grain and
And then we could farm now.
and farming.
Now we can store food.
And we can store food.
And you can store food. So now what then happens is we don't have to go and forage anymore.
Okay.
So you have a larger
Let some-
number of people who
Down-
are now
downtime.
left to their own devices.
Devices.
They can think.
They can think. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can
Yeah.
think.
And that's what separates us from animals.
And
bro.
and you know when you think like it's a process of now you're able to question things. Where I agree with Mudisi, where like for example, there are things that philosophically like how things happen. We just took them, that's how it happened. But the day we have downtime, we were now interested in why.
Yeah. So
And that's where the science comes in.
yes. So now once you are able to think, before you go and test your hypothesis, you first have to philosophize.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
you hypothesize.
yeah.
Because the hypothesis
Are the questions.
isn't a form philosophy.
Yeah.
Even
Because
gender,
you're saying,
even gender roles. Somebody must have hypothesized, Hore, why are women particularly disposed to this activity and not? Whereas before, when we were doing it maybe as just division of labor or whatever. But somebody had to now
Now,
sanctify it
why?
with science.
Why it is
Yes.
so?
Yeah.
So there now where you have to prove it, that's where the science comes
Comes
in.
in.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the academia and the work.
Eh.
Yeah.
Where one.
But you first had to philosophize
Yeah.
because
yeah.
you were pondering and asking your questions about why certain things.
things are the way they
Ah.
are.
And you might find that, Hore, that's where also where debate comes from. Because now se re dutse re literene, se re na le nako, ke re now, no, the reason why the river forms this way is X.
Yeah.
You have your own theory. No. I don't think it's rain.
And then now it's a little
Then I
bit-
start asking, man, even when there's no rain, we still have water. But where does this water come from? Then we start theorizing until somebody then puts it to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So poor girl was studying smells, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like maybe it's an unexplored part or niche, you know, base of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because vele like smells do affect us.
I actually find
Yeah.
it intriguing
Yeah.
because
Actually, I
smells
was
do
about to
affect
say,
us,
because
bro.
even
Even
like you know, there's like a
But
nose.
even sexual, yeah.
But like, even the people that like perfumers and what are they called? The
Scents,
people
mm,
that
mm,
Sommelier or whatever.
but again, Kiri knows. Hasidi knows.
Nuggets of Baba Bita.
Sumaleki
Okay,
Baba.
Goodbye, Dwayne.
Somebody
Okay.
I think Kiri knows because you don't just wake up and can differentiate one
Different-
smell from
different
another.
Yeah, body burgundy or whatever.
Eh.
Ne?
Or you
Sure.
don't know what smell excites you, or you don't know how smell
There's a
affects
side
your
to smell.
mood.
Yeah, or how they affect you sexually.
You see,
You know what I'm saying?
If we like just at the most basic level, right? You visit either a rural place or a country outside of South Africa, in Africa, and the first thing you are met with, kimufufuto,
And smells.
that already affects how you perceive those
Perceive
people.
people.
Yeah. Point. Good
Well,
point.
and
we know like
That
some
girl
of
was
us
studying that.
there's a lot of xenophobic undertones around smells.
smells.
Even here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how ibile boda ke rata hore ha o kena like modula ma India.
Yeah.
Hongga bangga in a
Yeah.
uto bangga in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because
So Paul.
yeah.
even I said that when I
At my mom's house we had a Mozambican living there. Ne? So they tended to have a particular smell. Wow. So out of laziness, obviously, I don't know if it's laziness, but our first default would be habahlad. But we had a shower for the attendance go high. Like, I see this nigga, he showers every day. Ne? Then one day throughout my travels, I then realized like places like Mauritius, Durban, there's a certain humidity. But when you live there every day, I think your skin and your pores recalibrate as well. And another thing I was realizing was in terms of food, who kopanya le fish. Fish.
Yeah.
Then I realized, man, could it be that these guys are used to a fish diet in the main because they stayed by the coast and it's humid, that when they come to a place like inland, their body maybe goes through it still has it maybe still stored some of the thing that the heat brings out. I don't know.
And then taking that and adding it to perceptions, you know what I'm saying? And then how we perceive people just based on how they
Right.
smell. bro.
Even coochie smell.
Yeah.
And like the thing about coochie smell, that it follows you in every walk of life. You could walk into a boardroom
Yeah.
and it smells like coochie.
coochie.
Or you walk into a lift and it smells like
Yeah.
coochie. In there.
And what happens when we smell that shit?
And like
bro?
it goes through like so many like dips and curves, and then it's like period coochie, then it's
Whoa.
ovulation coochie, then it's like not taking care of coochie,
yeah.
and then like
yeah.
it's, and
and horny. I mean, come on.
like-
I mean, you smell it.
So that's something like there's validity.
you're like,
in
no,
that thing.
there were women in here. Hey,
Yeah.
but I'm bad.
Yeah.
That thing, like
yeah.
it permeates. It's just like
It does, bro.
Yeah.
It does. Kapo I wonder how like unisex bathroom. How like immediately after chair. Am I wo utlwa gore ane. No na kuku kai.
Now
Literally.
And you see how, for example, to be fair to women, you see that if somebody took a clip of this, it'll sound like another typical ignorant.
Yeah.
But it's actually in the best interest of men, because what ends up happening is that just because a coochie has a smell does not necessarily lend itself to a question of hygiene, right? Not all cases of coochie smell lend to hygiene.
It's a hygiene problem.
But so, for example, as a hot man, no, mosadi vela hadi na kontse
Who saw?
coochie doesn't even smell the same throughout the month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because you're
it doesn't.
ovulating, you just went on period.
Into the-
There's
into
pH
the bar.
balance.
Yeah.
There's pH
And it
balance.
doesn't talk to hygiene.
Yes. So ntwana o kgona we no. It doesn't mean hore. Hane so
Where one.
hasn't tlapa.
And that's education, right?
So that's what I'm saying. So now based on that study,
Hey, kuku iditaba. There's also coochie smell from your sperm fermenting inside of her.
Yes. Because sperm stays for 4 days inside a
It
woman.
chills in there, bro.
And based on your diet.
and it affects the pH.
And based
Yes.
on your
yeah,
diet.
and based on your diet
Hey.
too.
So you,
Halimi metsi, halimi di pineapple.
Why? We also need pH.
Ke malamogodu.
Sharp kwena and like the foreign body.
Wabola, ragara.
Wabola, ragara.
Hey.
God damn, bro.
They are really one about to change her entire hygiene routine.
Dog, it's a thing, bro. And ukathola ngwana wathu as
Yeah.
part of a PA.
You see now how we
I think smells are important, man.
yeah,
So
we
Smells
see
are
now
or
we
how women are attracted to, like, you know, scent or like,
pheromones.
or no, but like
Many.
even colognes.
Colognes, yes.
The mere fact that we use cologne, like smell, is very important.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I'd like to read that paper.
Yeah. The money.
There's a lady who was saying, because at the end of the day, we're still primal. So forget all these things. We tasa the lotion. At the end of the day, we are still primal, ne? And you've seen like banter about eating each other out. How some people love character. It comes from that. It's informed by that, right?
Exactly.
You know, Khalla, Munna, who smells of an honest day's work. But what she meant is that in an urban setting, I don't want an executive body perfume.
Yeah.
Ke batla monna e leng gore ke a utlwa gore mona
The
ke monna a
pungent-
tswang go kuka cement.
The pungent smell. It's a construction.
Because I have
And some people are turned on by that.
And some men actually like to eat coochie like that, like a whole day's work, like, but it has character.
yeah.
Wait.
Hey.
I'm telling you, bro.
So what she
Those are important,
what she
man.
means is that sometimes because we are primal human beings, there's a point where we have to recalibrate ourselves.
And the smell is a primal
Hey.
sense, bro. It's one of those.
Or you could smell a girl who's also from the rurals, but you don't know that, but you can tell from her smile. If, let's say, for example, her roll-on,
Kisari,
Yeah,
Yamasi.
Kisari. Yeah, mask.
You know that thing at the gate.
At the gate, you
it's
know what it
distinctive.
is. Yeah,
You
at the
can
gate,
you can
know.
already tell where she's from
Yeah.
just by smelling that.
At the gate.
Or
you know.
Ankadon.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Kamfa.
Hey,
Kamfa.
Hey.
Bro,
Kano ibitsa le bo kuchukura.
I question
Yeah.
so you have Kempa creamy.
My nigga.
where the
Yeah,
fuck
that's a
you
Google
from?
ass thing.
And then it's enhanced by glycerin.
My
Glycerin, man.
Glycerin.
Like
Not
glycerin is
bio
sweet,
oil, not bio oil.
And the glycerin is sweet, so I'm alright.
Yeah. You smell it, dog.
Smell is
It's
a
a
sniffy.
Yeah, sneeze.
Yeah, sniff. Yeah.
Smells are important.
Yeah.
Salata.
Yeah, bro. Smells are important, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a primal sense, but one that's often looked down unless you
Look at us,
dealing
we've unpacked smells.
with
Yeah.
food. But man, that girl's paper had relevance.
Yeah,
So that was a hell of a
we must look
Yeah,
it up.
man. Yeah, but they were out here trashing that girl, bro.
Because
Out here trashing that girl.
our first instance, we take it negative.
Diklare.
Hey.
Do you know, I've told you guys this before. At a Markham, there was a robbery many years ago.
Yeah, I remember you've told that story
Yeah,
before.
like,
Yeah,
and
because you used to work at Markham, right?
Those niggas walked in. It happened the week before I joined. And the
Before
ladies
you
that
started.
worked there, nobody cooked.
Yeah.
Barry, when those guys walked in, the smell just changed.
Changes.
Jesus.
That's our final K.
Hey.
Kaunga, Kare.
We getting robbed. You already know.
And you have a fufa.
Are we getting got?
Never robbed.
You have a fufa. You have a fufa.
Baka maitano anang khap.
As soon as they walked in,
They
they got robbed.
By chemisa diaparo, by chemisa diaparo.
Yeah.
Chigi, the door has been closed. Cha cha.
1 year.
Everybody down. Take us to the back. Cell phone. I get about keep them in a cage. Clean them out.
Goddamn, bevazo.
Got into the car.
And the first thing they remembered is the smell.
There's a smell.
Goddamn, bro. Goddamn, come on, man.
That's the main memory of
that they have.
the
Jesus,
how they
Jesus.
smell.
Risk ain't kill class.
I must oh my god.
Yo. And
Dating.
young from fun.
And it will be
It sits. It sits on your clothes. But what's been some primal stuff we eat done? Yo.
And women that have been assaulted, Libona, they like to say, "Hore, you can forget how the person looks, but you
Yeah, but
never
you-
forget
you-
the
you
How
way
they
never
smell.
forget How they smell.
And that's how you knew. That's how you knew. Like us that went to Model C schools, that someone was poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hanka primal stuff.
Which is the thing. Perception.
Yeah.
It tells you where he stays.
Yeah.
For real.
And what sort of things they're using in the house.
Kambao.
Mm.
Kambao.
Yeah.
Ungaprem. God damn, bro.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing, bro. And it does lead to discrimination because that's how we separated. My G.
In fact, in animals got telepathy, animals can smell fear.
I've heard that.
Yeah, a lot of times when somebody is faced with,
Yes.
that's where the whole thing of relax.
That's
Like
why
a
they
dog.
say. That's
Yeah,
what
relax.
Yeah, like a dog.
Yeah,
or horses.
Yeah,
They say like if you're riding a horse and you're scared,
It smells that.
it could
yeah.
it senses it.
It senses it, and you know about it. Why about it? When they say you must relax, they say when an animal senses fear, it knows how somebody acts when they are scared. You wanna hurt it, so it hurts you first. Because how to
Keep flight or flight.
Flight
or flight, man.
but when you are relaxed, that's why, for example, kids can play with a very dangerous dog. Because the kids are very innocent. They don't have a perception of what danger is. And then have alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Smells are important, bro. Smells are important. Serious. Whoa,
So you never let this girl get bullied.
Yeah, they were cooking
No,
her,
it was an
bro.
American thing.
Yeah, it was
And white.
And
white.
Yeah, because she was white. Yeah, but they were cooking her. The actual post I saw was a dude who did he's in biotechnology.
I saw that dude,
Yeah,
the white dude.
the white dude. Okay. In
Now we
all
have to
my
share
years,
titles.
And now we have to share titles. Who studied smells.
You are not gatekeeping.
What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And
So
then
So now they want categories of PhDs.
that was like
That's ridiculous.
So,
now.
yeah, no, it's dumb. It's dumb, dog. It's dumb. There's no knowledge. There's no knowledge
That's useless.
That's useless. Aye,
No, for sure.
our knowledge is useless. And fun. If you took the time and you did the work and you studied it and it got peer reviewed,
Yes.
aye.
I'm waiting for the day somebody has the guts to crack open the bottle,
And
put
study
that
it.
shit in a paper.
But would that not be in contravention?
I'm sure there is.
That's what I'm saying there.
Because remember, even when it was on a superficial level, when they did Ingabi,
Yeah, the
people were
movie,
up
ne?
in arms. Yes.
Yeah.
Ingabi, that movie.
The movie.
Neba.
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 Yonke Londo.
Yo.
Yeah,
People were up in
they
arms.
ate that nigga up. They ate that nigga up.
And apparently that was even on a superficial level. They didn't deep dive into what actually happens there.
Yeah,
So it's not
they
to
ate that
say
nigga up.
it's not to say they exposed
But
any real
but
secrets.
you know what they were mad at the most?
What?
The homosexuality in it.
Yeah, the homo.
That's what they were angry at. Because I get
Homosexuality.
But the people that went up there were the initiate, for instance, he was homosexual before he went up there. And
yes. But for
so
me,
he didn't turn gay up there.
in fact, I think the missed opportunity on Ingleba is that what ended up happening, I think even the naming,
Oh, the
because
wound.
it's the wound. So people are already expecting that. Because what do you mean? Because
What do you
by
mean it's a
saying
wound?
wound, you're already preempting.
Okay, ke ma
And
se-
horona, kekasetsu, you don't even know what happens. But I think the story was more on education around homosexuality in a setting of a rural setting, where, for example, you've got this guy who's a respected masculine figure, who I think in Elianamsu,
with a wife and kid.
with the wife and kids. But this guy, because he is homosexual, he needs to weave in his sexuality within what works for the setting. So what he does is that ke tlo ba monna a hlomphehileng, ke be ntate wa lelapa elaleng. But the only other place where I can also express who I really am
In secrecy.
it's in secrecy. Which I think for me sometimes there's a respect in it, because what it says, unlike what we are seeing today, where with the whole LGBTI, is that we are now forcing the world to
Be
navigate around what is a minority. Whereas that guy was saying, I'm going to respect where I'm brought up in, and I recognize that I'm an anomaly. Ne? So what I'm going to do, I know there's my tribe. There's a way that we know each other. Right? There's a way we know each other. You know, that's why gay clubs were underground before.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not going to subject everybody to this thing.
thing.
And we're not going to out each other. That's why sometimes you see, like, in gay things, like, never out someone who's not ready to be outed. And I think that was the crux of the movie.
And just from a storytelling point of view, that is a brilliant premise.
Because here's how the story ends.
That is a fucking
Here's how
brilliant
the story
premise.
ends. That people actually don't even remember. The one kid gets killed because he saw too much.
Yes.
He gets killed most
Yes.
because this guy's like, this nigga is gonna break.
He's going to tell.
He's gonna tell. And this small thing. Think about us. We are also victims of a heterosexual world.
Yes.
Ne? And then we tried to have this small thing where we can once a year, ka December, live it out. You wanna go and tell. And who's the kid that died in the movie? It was a gay one who was proud to live out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the contesting ideas actually in the movie.
In fact, they were both in the closet.
Yeah, they were both in the closet. Then this one is like, so what happens at Harry Trigen? So this guy, he was the elder. So he's gay. These two are also gay. But this one, he's bought into the fact that I know why we have to be secret.
Yes.
And I fell in love with you.
And you fell in love with me.
Yeah.
And then this nigga, yeah.
This one is scared of Muna. We are not these things. Why don't even Haruna Mona Tabing?
Yeah.
If it was up to us, we shouldn't be subjected to this thing to prove our manhood. Ne? And I feel like you supposed to be an ally of us.
Yeah. So I'm trying to be
Yeah.
woke.
Then this guy's like, I know how much this guy has to lose for this thing.
Hey man, that's brilliant story
Yeah.
writing, bro.
So people actually ended up missing the core story, and then they focused on the weight in
yeah. And focused on the fact that you can trade Alanda. But sharp, when you break it down, man, it's a brilliant.
It was a
fucking
powerful
story.
movie.
It's a brilliant fucking story,
It's a powerful
bro.
movie.
It's a brilliant fucking story at the end of the day,
It
bro.
was actually heartbreaking in the end when the parents are waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, and then they don't see him.
They don't see him. Hey, man.
And then the parents are not also gonna know that actually your child passed away because of knowing too much.
I know. Brilliant storytelling,
Yeah,
bro.
it was a brilliant
Yeah. We need more of that, bro. We need more of that. All right, man. Let's jump into some of these topics, bro.
It's getting.
Yeah, because we just started potting. All right, man. You guys want to discuss? Yeah, let's start it live. You guys want to discuss this Astropay shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the non-alcoholic one.
Yeah, and how they came about it.
Bonjour.
Yeah, Bonjour. Bonjour.
Yeah.
So these niggas are marketing a new zero alcohol.
0% alcohol.
Yeah,
ne?
but it looks like the one inhaling alcohol, and they had the influencers like they always do, pushing this product, and then the screenshot that actually went viral was from an influencer who was talking about how mothers and expecting mothers
and
kids can enjoy this thing. Where one, so they push out like a family
Even
friendly,
pregnant woman.
yeah, like it's Coke or something. You know what I'm saying? My guys to pay that, you know. And then then they started getting a lot of flack, and then they first initially responded by saying, "Okay, you know, internationally, this is how they market it." At the beginning of the flack,
That's the only
Yeah.
feedback I saw.
No. But they true. So the first one in Elibona defending the position.
Yeah.
But no, this is, you know, internationally we have this 0% offering, and we offer it as a family friendly thing, you know, and then they were still getting shitted on. And then later on they came back with AI generated response. But you know,
What did they say?
unobone kana ke chat GPT ha
Yeah.
yo na tela le di points
the points, yeah.
mfana die never respond kishoba type le respond back to these motherfuckers.
They said that, motherfucker. In Africa.
There was a chat GPT hella response, but it hit the right notes.
Yeah.
But it was chat GPT, bro. It was chat
What did it say?
So the response be okay, they take into cognizance what the
public
community,
sentiment.
yeah, and they will go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
But actually the line said, no, we'll go back to the drawing board and try to rejigger in a way that speaks to South Africa and how we should market this product for South Africans. But no, in early chat GPT, they didn't outline sharp. Why one in early general response typed out on chat GPT.
All these corporate mishaps is that no matter what mistakes they can commit, we are so our addictions betray our convictions,
Okay.
which will then render them not even convictions, because those guys are not losing sales.
Of course not.
You know, like, because Astropay still has a certain currency in cool culture.
Yeah.
you know.
It might even have been the intention.
To get people to talk about.
No, I don't think it was an intention though. I think what it was is that it was laziness.
Very lazy.
Yeah. And then you banked on the fact that even if you get caught out in the laziness, it's not.
They ain't gonna cancel.
Yeah,
me.
I don't believe that somebody looked at that brief and not.
Catch the rest of this episode on Patreon.
The Dojo.